All right, welcome back to our TimeMD video tutorial series. We're going to continue with our account setup by proceeding to the third step here, holidays and events. Now we've already completed the first two. If you have any questions about those, feel free to watch their respective videos. Now we're going to go ahead and continue. So we're going to click holidays and events. And basically what's happening here is because the system recognizes that we have not set up any holidays or events yet, it's giving us a kind of a shortcut here. It's saying here's some of the more common holidays. Do you want to apply any of these to your account? Now if you do, all you have to do is select those holidays which would apply. Let's just select a few here. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Independence Day, Labor Day. I'm going to select Save and Continue. Now, as you can tell, this is just set up some default values. We can always change everything. If you want to add a new holiday or event, you may do so. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, what does holidays do for me? Why is it asking me this information in the first place? Well, holidays and events is a very useful tool so that the system can know things like, for example, whether or not someone should be scheduled a particular day. Or let's say you pay people, if someone actually works on Christmas, then you want to pay them time and a half. Well, the system needs to know when Christmas is. Or let's say people have a particular holiday off and you need to pay them for that day, for example, holiday hours. Once again, the system would need to know what those holidays are. So this is just a way where you can track and record those dates. Now, we don't put any limitations on the number of holidays or events you wish to input. You can input as many as you like. Now, we do have two types of holidays. We have annual holidays and events, and then one-time only holidays. The difference between the two is that once you've set up an annual holiday, that will be applicable every year. For the one time, those will be applicable only for the date you specify. So we're going to go ahead and create a new holiday. Let's go ahead and do one for example, Mother's Day. Oops, create new holiday, Mother's Day. And we're going to say if someone works Mother's Day, they get 8 hours. We also can specify when an employee is eligible to earn these holiday hours. They can either be immediate or after a certain number of days of employment. So we're going to do after 30 days of employment after the first of the month. And then we're going to say, okay, what's the date? Now there's two types of dates that you can enter, either a fixed date or a relative date. Now Mother's Day is a relative date. It's the second Sunday in May. And then finally, we're going to input over here that this event happens every year. The office, let's say it's closed, and personnel may request not to work during this event, and personnel are paid time and a half, and there we go. Now we do have an option here. If you have a holiday which only applies to certain locations or departments, you can do that here and click that box and then define which departments this holiday is applicable for. But we're not going to worry about that now. We're just going to set up with these settings, click Submit Form, and as you can see, we now have Mother's Day at 8 hours, paid time and a half, and in this case it was on the 9th, and then next year it'll be on the 8th, and it's the second Sunday in May. Closed, yes. Global, yes. So if at any point there's any problems with the setup, we're going to click Edit, and we're going to say, you know what, if the office is closed, well, does it make sense for personnel to request or not? So we'll change that setting, click Submit, and go back. So of course, at any time, you can always go back and change. We keep a full change log of all edits made to the account. So if you ever have questions as far as why something was modified, we have record for that. And basically, that's our holiday and event setup page. If you have any questions about this process, as always, please email us at support@timemd.com, and we thank you for your time.